Willy. This is Success Mantra, your very own channel, and today's video is about the poem for class 11th and 12th ISC. The poem which I have taken today to discuss, the poem is by Carol and Duffy, and the poem is The Dolphin. Okay, so today we will see this poem, that is Dolphin. I'll give you a brief explanation of this poem first, and then we will see this poem in detail. Okay, so before we start this poem, let's see something about the poem, and also about the writer, about the poet Carol and Duffy. Okay, so here it is written about him that Carol and Duffy, born 23rd December 1955, is a Scottish poet and playwright. She is professor of contemporary poetry. So this way we see that Carol Ann Duffy is a poetess, and she was born in 1955. She was Scottish playwright. So briefly we can say that in this poem also you will see that how beautifully she has explained that the difficulties which are faced by animals, and which we mostly we neglect these things, but these things are very important, that how we should treat animal, what should be our relationship with nature, and how should we treat the animals. Okay, so here the poem is about dolphins. As the name suggests, this poem is about dolphin. The poem Dolphin, now what it says over here, that poem Dolphin cover many themes regarding oppression and lack of freedom. So here we are talking about the animals, especially we are talking about, in this particular poem we are talking about dolphins and the difficulties which are faced by the dolphin, that is the lack of freedom. Now this is only an example. We are referring to all such animals which are kept in some kind of zoo or some other places. Okay, so you see that this poem, we see that one of the two dolphins. Now here in this poem there is a situation that which is described about a water park in which the dolphins are mostly kept. Okay, so now what happened, that these dolphins are the narrators. They are speaking about their own condition, their own life. So what they say over here, that one of the dolphin imprisoned in the water pool admits that they are in water, which is their natural element. So one of the dolphin is the speaker of this poem, and the dolphin is stating about her own condition here. Okay, so the dolphin tells us about the condition, which we can put under the following headings. That is, first thing that is important in this poem is about the imprisoned life, the life of the animals when we keep them in zoo or some other places. So we keep them in captivity, imprisoned. So that is not liked by these animals. Then we have another aspect of this poem, that is awareness of the companions, awareness of the companion dolphins. Now the dolphin is also speaking about her other companions, and also in the end we see that there is an utter hopelessness. This poem ends with some message, but we see that the dolphins were utterly homeless. So here we see that in the first stanza what the poet says, that the world is what you swim in or dance, it is simple. Okay, so here what it is saying, that it is quite simple. The world is that in which you can swim or dance. We dolphins are in our element water, but we are not free as we used to be. Outside this world you cannot live for long, it is true. Now what the dolphin is telling us, that they are kept at such a place which you can call a water park, and in that park you see that they have a limited space and though they are in their element. Here the word element means water. ठीक है, world is what you swim in. What is the world of the dolphin there in the water park? That is a small pool. Or dance, it is simple. So they say that whether you play, you swim, or you do anything, you are just kept in your element, that is water. We are in our element, but we are not free. So they are saying that, but what they lack, they are kept in a place where they find their element, that is the water. They are in water, but they are not free. Okay, so they are saying that we dolphins are in our element, that is water, but we are not free as we used to be. So earlier these dolphins were free. Outside this world you cannot live for long, it is true. They say that when you go outside this world, this element, you cannot live for long, because we know that the dolphins, they live in water. Okay, so if you take them out of water, they will not be able to survive. So the other dolphins in the pool has the same shape and appearance. Now you see that the speaker dolphin is not alone. She is also having many companions are there. The other dolphins are also there. So it has the same shape and appearance, and her movement reveals that our thoughts are similar. So they are saying that they are not the only dolphins over there, but there are other dolphins also present in that pool, and their condition is also similar. They are not different. They are no different from the other dolphins. Their condition is also similar, same condition. ठीक है, and their thoughts are also similar. So what one dolphin is thinking, the other dolphin is thinking is also the same. Outside the pool is a man, a trainer. So they are saying that outside this world you cannot breathe for long. The others has my shape, the other's movement forms my thought, and also mine, there is a man. And they are saying that outside this world, what is there? There is a man. The world of the dolphin is water, but outside water, what is there? Outside you will see that there is a man who controls them. This man, you can also call him as his trainers. So you know that the dolphins are very wise, okay, and they have a good learning power, and you can compare that. It is said that the dolphins are as intelligent as dog. The way you can train a dog, similarly the dolphins can also be trained in the similar manner. So we can say that the man gives training to these dolphins, and he makes them do different type of acrobatic activities. So the dolphins are saying that what is outside this pool? Outside this pool is a man who is their trainer. This man is the trainer, and there are hoops which we have to cross. And what they have to do? They have to run, they have to jump, they have to swim, and they have to do things according to the command of their trainer. Whatever their trainer will tell them, they will have to do that. And there is a constant flow of guilt. Constant flow of guilt. Now, what is that? Here, the constant flow of guilt is referred to as water. Okay, so there is a constant flow of water, which means that time to time you will find that the water in the pool is changed. Okay, so they are saying that they are provided with all type of facilities. The water in the pool is changed, and they are given a place where they can live, they can survive there. But there is always a man, their trainer, who's there, and the dolphins have to work according to what their trainer will tell them. So he is saying that, and there is a constant flow of guilt. Guilt is what referred here as water in the pool. And what they are saying, we have found no truth in these water. The second stanza of the poem tells us that we have found no guilt. Sorry, we have found no truth in this water, which means that in the new world, these waters, we have found no truth in this water. We have found no truth. We have failed to find any reason of our being here. So they are saying that the dolphins are imagining that why they are present at that place. What is the reason why they are put in these places? So they are saying that we do not find any truth in these water. No explanation tremble on our flesh. Okay. So what is this? This here means tremble on our flesh. No sensation is recorded by our sensitive bodies. So they are saying that though they are living in that pool, but they fail to find any reason for being there in an artificial habitat. The only thing that they can understand is that once we were blessed, and they are saying that this is, we do not find any sensation over here. They do not feel any sensation. Why? Because the dolphins are not supposed to live in the pools. They are supposed to live in the free water. You will find that there are two type of dolphins are found. One, that is the freshwater dolphin that you will find in the rivers, and you will see that the dolphins are also found in the sea. So you see that when the dolphins are living in their natural habitat, they have a very large place where they can move about. They are not confined to any small place. They go for a large, they swim for a large, long distance, and they can feel the sensation on their body, which is the cold and seasonal changes like rainfall, sun, moon, all these elements they can feel on their body. So that is why here the dolphin is referring that we do not find any sensation on our body. The only thing that we understand is that once we were blessed, and they are saying that there was a time when they call themselves as blessed. Here blessing is referred to freedom. What is the main blessing for any man or animal? And that is freedom. So they say that they have everything there, but what they lack? They lack freedom. The only thing what they lack is freedom. Once we were blessed, when they were in their natural habitat, and now we are no more blessed. But now what is happening? That they are no more blessed. They are not blessed at all. What is the reason why they are not blessed? Because they have lost their freedom. Their freedom is lost. We have a very limited space to move about. We have to travel the same space again and again. So you see that the dolphins are made to live in a very small confined place, and that is the reason they were not able to swim properly. They are confined to only one place. It is different from the natural habitat in which they used to live earlier. So this is the difference. They have a very small place. So they are saying over here that after traveling such space for days, we began to translate. What they began to? They began to translate. Okay, so they do not like that place at all. And what they do, limited space to move, we have to travel the same place again and again, and always the man above us who controls us, and there is always a man above us. They have to translate, which means that they have to repeat the same activities every day. Suppose you see that the dolphins are living in a pool, but the pool is not so big as compared to a river or a sea. So they have a limited place where they swim again and again. And what is the worst part? That there is always a man. There is always a man who is controlling their activities. Okay, so they have to work according to, they have to live their life according to the wish of their trainer. They are not free. So there is a man above us, the man who controls us. Okay, so there is a man who is the controller of these dolphins. Okay, then now see the third stanza of the poem. What it says, and now we are no longer blessed. Now we are no longer blessed, as the new artificial world is quite shallow for us to dream. They are saying that now our dreams are killed. We do not have any dreams. Why we do not have dream? Because we do not have place to dream. We do not have anything new happening in our life. Okay, so they are saying that we have a very shallow, the pool in which they live is not deep. You know that when the dolphins they live in the natural habitat, suppose they are living in a sea. So what they can do, they can dive to the bottom of the sea. They can go to a great depth. But imagine that they are living in a pool, an artificial place. Okay, and over there, even if they dive, what they how like they cannot go too much deep. Why? Because the pool might be 20 feet deep or 30 feet. It might not be more than that. So they do not, they are like in habit of going to great depth, but here we see that they cannot do it in the pool, so they all their dreams are now killed. It is, they are saying that the world is quite shallow for us to dream in as we used to dream earlier in our natural habitat. Their natural habitat is referred here as the ocean. The other dolphins share my feelings. They are saying that they are not alone, there are other dolphins also in the same place. We recall how our bodies would receive a silvery appearance, and they imagine a time when they were freely living in the sea. At that time, during the moonlight, what would happen? Their body will be shining in the light of the moon. It will take a silvery appearance. In the moonlight, in the sea, that is now a thing of the past. But now you see that this has become a thing of a past. They cannot say that they can repeat the same thing now here, because instead of moonlight, what do you find in a water park? There are big artificial lights over there. Okay, there is no moon shining over them. There is only artificial lights. In a new world, we there is no moon but the colored ball. Now the shape of the moon has been taken by the colored ball. Now you know that why these colored balls are put, because they have to balance till our controller man is not gone. Now what they have to do, that this water park is a sort of a amusement park. So what will happen when visitors will come over there, they come to see the dolphins, and then these dolphins will have to play with the balls, they have to jump through the loops, they have to balance themselves, like all these type of activities they have to do to entertain human beings. So they are saying that now we do not have anything natural over here, the moon itself has been replaced by the ball, and they cannot dive into the deep, because the space, the depth in the pool is quite limited, and that is the reason they do not have any kind of a dream. Okay. Now you see the next stanza, that is the fourth and the last stanza of this poem, which says that the moon has disappeared. Now we know that the dolphins are living in an artificial environment. Okay, where they are living in an artificial environment. So what they do, we circle in the same limited space again and again. So what they have to do, they have to circle in the same limited space. The space in which they live is limited, and again they have to circle there. The routine is boring, and there is no real music. And there is no real music. Now you see that what is music over here? The music is the sound of the nature. The dolphin can imagine. Now you see that the dolphins can also interact. Okay, they can interact with each other by ultrasonic sounds. Okay, so they are saying that there is no music of nature here. There is no music. This place is dull. This has turned my heart to stone, and now this has turned the heart of the dolphin to stone, which means that it has become hopeless. What we see is not the moon but the plastic ball to play. So here what they get, instead of getting the natural moon, what they get a plastic ball to play. Okay, they do not have anything else but to entertain man, to entertain the visitors who come and visit there, and they have to play with a ball. There is no hope of any escape, and they have become hopeless. The dolphins have become hopeless, and they are saying that now there is no hope of escape. We go down the depth of the pool and remain there until the whistle blows to call us. Now, what is their daily activity? That they have to go to the bottom of the pool and they have to wait there till their master will blow the whistle, then the dolphins will jump out of the water. And this is how you see that they will entertain the visitors who will come and visit there. There is a man who controls our life. So the life of the dolphins in the pool, in that water park, is controlled by a man, their trainer. We know we know well that we are fated to die here. Okay, so in the end of the poem, the dolphin has left all hope, and they are saying that there is no hope. We sink to the limits of the pool until the whistle blows, and there is a man, and our mind knows that we will die here. So, in the end of the poem, the the dolphins are saying that there is no hope. They don't have any hope that they will be able to survive in this natural habitat, in this unnatural habitat. Okay, so this poem actually brings out two main themes. Okay, the two main themes the poem brings out, and that is the exploitation and abuse of wildlife. The first theme of the poem is about the abuse and exploitation of wildlife. We all know that how man is treating animal these days. The natural habitat of the animals are cut, they are put into zoo, and many of the species are come to an extinct. Why it is all happening so? Because we are man has become selfish and they think only about their own. They are not worried about the coming generation. Then the second theme of the poem is man versus nature. Okay, another theme of the dolphin. Because what we see that if man and nature they live in harmony, then only we can say that everyone will be prosperous. Man has made a world that can only be artificial and limited and joyless. Now, what we do, we think that we keep animals in the zoo or in the water park. So, what we feel that we are providing them all sorts of comfort, so the animals will be happy. It's not so, because the animals are bound to live free and they should be given all type of freedom. So, I hope that this session was informative to you, and if you have any kind of queries or any questions, you can write your comments to me. And this is Adarsh Vili on Success Mantra, your very own channel. So bye for today. I hope you will subscribe and like my channel. Goodbye.